Education of Light and Palloncino's book. And Lorenzo will talk about the book here. It's a children's book, and then we'll talk more about the education.
As you understand, we are Italian.
Yeah.
We live in Australia since 1 year, almost 1 year now. So we started our project and work together in Italy.
In Florence.
In Florence around 2010. We call ourselves, our website, our project, Cascades di Luce, means Cascades of Light. Cascades of Light means like a cascades, a river, culminates in cascades of well-being, of joy, of freedom. So we run seminars and events and presentations about this special issue, how to create and to follow, how to create the life we want, how to follow and recognize our personal desires. Mostly of our teachings are about the desires, because desires summons the life force, a situation, others in a situation, other people, other places that can help to gather what we looking for. So this is Palloncino, especially Palloncino, because it's our book for children. It's this is the first book of a series, because we have other books like this waiting to translated and published, but this is the first called The Arrival Palloncino, because the parents, Pallababbo and Pallamamma, Fatherballoon and Motherballoon, they ask for, they express their desire to have a Palloncino with them. So they are, as we can maybe imagine, guess, they are a hot air balloon. Palloncino in this moment is very little, but from the second number of the series, he becomes more little bit bigger. Hot air balloon, it's an idea because it's like a metaphor. Can means like the freedom, the possibility to fly where we want to fly, and to meet and to discover the experience we want to meet. In this first, this is a book that every episode can tell some information. So every episode start and finish in a way you can understand a piece of something, because a message, because it's like an experience, an adventure of Palloncino through his parents or uncles or grandmother, grandfather, or clouds and trees, can understand better the life, why he is in this place. And the place where Palloncino lives we call the Garden of Wonders. Garden of Wonders means just immediately the possibility to realize, to have some wonderful things, wonderful experience. And they teach, the parents teach Palloncino to fly in the sky of possibilities. And also this is a metaphor, sky of possibilities, like a space. We can flow in this space with heavy freedom. We can fly to discover and imagine what we're looking for. Want to read something. Fatherballoon and Motherballoon come at a point in the sky where there is a marvelous expanse of white clouds. The clouds are so many that they seem endless. The shape of their balloons glide serenely in the blue sky. when we when we are very close to our desires, the feeling is like to be in a place, endless place, where many situations are possible. So the intention is to enter in a feeling that is a very freedom, like when we dream. When we dream in the night or in the early morning, or we remember a dream, we can realize that many things are possible. The imagination can go easily than maybe the normal life. It's possible in the normal life, but just to have a compare, because sometimes we want to think a desire, a special thing, a special situation about something, but maybe some thoughts in our mind can not fight, but can be to be in contrast. We want to be, or put some boundaries in what we want to realize or we want to live.
So Education of Light, which is the philosophy behind this book and this project, is teaching kids how to be happy, how to feel good, and not just to kids but also to parents and teachers, because you know, the educator has a very important role in the kids' life. So we want to remind the parents and teachers and educational people that the more you are happy, the more you feel good, the more you are in contact with yourself, with your emotions, and the more the kids can do the same, because kids learn by modeling. So you can say something with your words, but if it's not really what you mean, you probably have already realized that the kids pick it up. So they feel that it's not really the truth, and they learn not by your words, but by your behavior, but your attitude. So this is the most important things that you can offer to your kids, to be happy, to find your way to feel good. And this is the meaning of this book too.
In the arrival of Palloncino, the parents fly in the sky and they go to the sun. Sun is another metaphor, means the light where we come from.
Source.
The source, like a source, the light. So they express their desire directed to the sun. Always in the sky. So there is like a connection with the source part, source energy, where we come from. In fact, the son replied about the Fatherballoon and Motherballoon desire. Okay, I'll send you a ray of light to enlighten your life, and it will lead you to Palloncino. The parents answer, thanks son, we will go to the Garden of Wonders to await his arrival. Because like a metaphor is, in fact, after the night, in the morning, through a ray of light of the sun, Palloncino comes through in the life. Meaning like from the light, from the source part, there is a connection, and Palloncino comes to the physical life. This is important because a way to recognize our desire is it's important if we understand we come from a source. Means a source of light or source of energy. For us means a source of well-being. So this is important because this part where we were born still always still inside of us. So when we want to realize something and understand if it's okay, is good, is right, how is good for us, this relationship with this part of means like light part of energy part or non-physical part, something like that, speaks to us through emotion. So our intent or our project passed through this idea, this philosophy, this what we say, to recognize better, to stay in sync with this part that knows better our purpose, or can not guide you, but can assist in our life.
We explain this concept with a pen metaphor. We can say, how do I feel? I am in light or out of the light. So we mean, when we are in light, it means we feel confident, we feel good, we feel open to life, we feel wonderful. When we are out of the light, we feel not that good. Maybe we don't want to contact with other people, or maybe we just see the mistakes of our kids, or we get angry at them, or we get too much worried. And so we are out. We say we are out of this light because what we currently feel in our body is not really something that makes us feel good. And so just having the true option, and so it can maybe help to recognize, okay, so how do I feel right now? So it takes a little stop in our daily life sometimes to just feel in this moment what's going on in me. And because we don't teach that we have to be happy all the time. I mean, it is beautiful, it can be like this, but the most important thing is to recognize when you are in sync with the source energy, so when you are feeling love, when you feel trust, when you feel possibility, or when you are out of this and you feel like out of the light. This is why we like to use this word, out of the light. Like when there is no light, you don't really see things clearly. It's like you are in a tunnel, so everything is dark. You don't really see. You think you see, but you just see with a very restricted sight, vision. So you are more contracted when you are out of the light. You feel that you need to control everything, even though you can't. And so it's important to recognize these two parts. And what we do is we teach how to step from out of the light to in the light. This is the main, our main teachings, because we have been trained culturally and socially in restricted patterns, or to think in a certain way, which is not always in, let's say, the easiest way. Sometimes we think that we have to struggle, we have to try hard to get what we want, and this creates contraction. So what we teach is how can we get what we want in the easy way, without effort, in flow. So to be the best that we can, the most relaxed that we can, and still enjoy what we want to enjoy, whether it is the company of our kids, to live the dream of our life, or whatever it is.
I want to read last page of the Palloncino. Fatherballoon and Motherballoon shook Palloncino, and to welcome him in the world of balloons said, Palloncino, you come from the light and you are made of light. So remember that your essence is love, joy, and freedom. This is our important message to remember this essence where we come from, to remind this essence is important to connect our desires, our freedom. Normally, most of the time, when we live close to this essence or this vision or in these thoughts, this feeling, we can feel joy, and is the most for us is most purpose is lead in feeling the joy. It's like success, or is it like through the joy is possible to create the life we want, the life we're looking for.
So whether it is an advice for parents or for teachers, what we say is do what is joyful for you. Because what is joyful for you, if you do this, then you can teach actually from this joy to your kids. So they can learn that there is a brighter way, a lighter way to live with this joy. And because the more you are joyful, the more you are happy, expressing it in your daily life, in every moment, the more the kids breathe through this joy and say, so this is what life is all about. So this is the meaning of life. Yes, it is the meaning of life, because we are not on this earth to do things that we have to do in order to achieve something else. We have to think that what we want to achieve, if there is something that we have to achieve, but we think that it is inside, so it's not that far, is joy. So ask yourself before starting everything at the beginning of the day, so what can make me feel joy today, or in this action that I do every day, how can I do it slightly different in order for me to feel lighter, to bring something different into this. And kids are very quick picking these things because they are much more in contact than adults with the source from where we come. So for them, joy is a more natural state than for us. It's more spontaneous. So for them, it's really easy, a daily life, if we allow them to feel this joy.
We talk about joy and freedom through also a kind of all emotions.
Yes, of course, because of course joy, freedom, and love are at the end of this emotional scale, but at the bottom we have powerlessness and depression, fear. I mean, we have other emotions, and we all go through all of them. It's not that we have to disregard the other emotions. So we don't even call negative emotions because they are very useful. Because when we feel a so-called negative emotions, it means that we are doing or feeling something that is deeply in contrast with what we really want. So it's important to live this emotion. And it is important to live it if we approach it with the intention of understanding its deeper meaning. So why I am in this situation, why I am in this awful emotion, what's going on? There is always a reason, there is always a meaning, and we can always use the situation in which we are right now to move step by step toward another emotional place. So it's very important to have in mind that there is a scale. We are not always on top of it. We are meant to travel through it as many times we want, but the option is that we can stay as much as we want on the more beautiful emotion. It's a matter of practice. So we have been trained, like I said before, sometimes in the hard way, that we have to feel some difficult emotions. So sometimes it's not easy to realize that we can live or let them go, we can live without them, or we can do something in order to transform and transform them.
Another important thing is the connection between emotions and thoughts, because are very related about what we feel, what we think. In the way we think, we can feel something or another thing, good things or maybe bad things, bad situations, because our minds, our thoughts influenced in a very powerful way the way we feel.
Actually, we can say that the mind is not just a container, but is mostly a creative system. So the more we leave the mind empty, meaning free to express itself, the more we can receive from our mind wonderful insights, originality, creativity, lots of innovation. Can allow our children's mind to flourish and to express itself.
We talk about inspiration. In fact, in this book, thank you. This is in Italian for the moment. Is called Ispiration, the enlightened way to fly the desires, and the metaphor is the same, because it's always also here the hot air balloon in a different way, not like this. But
this is the kids' version.
The kids' version. But the idea, the approach is the same. Inspiration means for us like to stay in contact with our part, creativity part, to wait for these thoughts, ideas, projects, inspiration. That's why our project is the fundament is on freedom to stay as is possible. The kids, also the people, freedom to nurture, to grow,
to feel what they want to experience. And not just be guided by someone else, but just have the space and the freedom to feel what you have inside and to let it come out.
Unless the kids can ask, as the people can ask something for the situation. For us, there is no wrong situation or wrong experience, but every experience can bring other ideas, but mostly the experience. The experience is the important part for us, or for the inner part, the light part, what we reach for.
Yes, we can read every experience actually from a positive way. If we have the possibility to put some light on every experience, we can see even the most horrible experience that can have some positivity in it. And this is what we do actually.
And that's why we invite the people, all the presentation or our seminars, to make some questions, bring some experience to the life, to us, to make an explanation in focusing in a real experience life, not just to say some or many information just like this, but collocated in a specific moment, practical way, experience. I live this, I lived in this way, with these people, for the family, these emotions, or for many times I have had these thoughts in my mind. Everything is like this.
So with the book, is it a book that you're meant to take home and work through with the children?
Work through, you mean read and...
Read or let them read it?
Yes.
as you
Either way,
want.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
The main purpose through this book and the other books actually is to give a message of not just hope but confidence, to empower yourself, to empower your life. And the more you do, of course, for yourself, the more your kids benefit from it. But yeah, this is the universal message that we have passed on in the whole books. And of course, today we are talking about education of life, and we have tailored this meeting for you, parents, because we are very interested in the communication between kids and parents. And we think that the happier the parents are, the happier the kids are. Process.
Because for us, it's not just a learning, for us it's just a remember something that we have maybe forget, or we have to, is useful to remember.
Yes, because this light that we are talking about is already inside. So, yes, it's beautiful, the metaphor of the cascades of light, because it comes
Because it's
from
for
the
us,
source.
it's like this.
It's beautiful.
It's an idea.
It's a very relaxing idea and metaphor, but of course this light starts from within. So we just remind people things that they probably have forgotten, but they knew already.
We want to say thank you for coming. Thank you very much, because especially because we are Italian, we are new. No, not new now, because it's almost 1 year, because we start to
We are starting to
more confident in this place, but also because there is an approach, a meeting, so we appreciate it.
Yeah. So I hope that the language wasn't a big
Yes.
obstacle
You did really well.
Oh, thank you,
for you
thank
to
you very much.
understand. Because
Thank you very much.
we know that, I mean, we are not fluent in English as we are in Italian, so sorry for
You got your
this.
message across. So you
Yeah, can probably. We have to increase
Thank you.
in these days.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.